Jono 0-0 draw at home to Warrington after a little bit of a break. Plenty of possession and chances, but just not that final killer result.
Yeah, frustrated because I think, like you said, we had probably the main possession. We got into their final third on quite a number of occasions. What let us down really was probably a little bit of quality in the final thirds, the right decision making. I think we've got into their final third round the box quite a few times. It was either the final pass or final shot. We probably needed to shoot more than we did. Too many times when we should have shot, we didn't shoot. Probably stayed on the ball a little bit too much. They tried to frustrate us by being really defensively in a low block and got bodies in behind the ball and got blocks and challenges in when we're just about to shoot. But we need to be better. We need to win games like that when you've probably got 65% possession in total control. I think they've only had one breakaway chance where they've hit the post and a couple of counter attacks, but they played really well defensively. They obviously came to be really solid and really play with a good shape and good discipline, which they did, and they really frustrated us. We played some really good stuff, we got in some really good areas, but just that final bit of quality in the final third to create a really good chance that we could bury wasn't there tonight.
As you said, we were really on top in both halves, and we had plenty of dangerous positions that we picked up out there. Is it a case of more needing to just pull the trigger, or was it more a case of needing to work on them final patterns of play to really create that clear edge chance?
Yeah, I think the patterns were fine. We've got in some good areas, like I said earlier. It was just the final decision making. Yeah, like you said, like when you get the chance to shoot and make sure you have a good shot and it hits the target. I think we had too many scuff shots tonight. Times where we did shoot, but we probably should have passed, or we passed when we should have shot. I think there's probably maybe 25 things like that happened in the game, and but like I said, they came to frustrate us, and they did. When we got into wide areas, probably the quality of the crossing wasn't as good as it normally is, and yeah, it was just one of those frustrating nights. I think, like you said, we had plenty of the ball. I thought out of possession we were really good. We knew we had to compete tonight because they're a real aggressive team. I thought we did that. I thought we pressed really well. We competed really well. We played some good stuff. But when we got into the final third, we just ran out of ideas. All the decision making was poor. But listen, that's football. We've got a clean sheet. That's a positive. We've got a point on the board. It's a positive. But we really need to be making the possession count and getting into the final third count today and getting the full 3 points. So that's a disappointing thing, but the performance was okay, apart from the creation in the final third and probably the final delivery or the final shot.
And just one thing that happened about 10 minutes in was Greening drove into the box. Seemed to be clipped from where we were, but I didn't know what your sort of thoughts were on it.
Yeah, well, I thought it was a penalty. I think if it's in the Prem or Championship, it's on TV. In a big game, I think you get given them most of the times. Greeny said he clipped him. Why would he go down when he's got a shot? He's just about to pull the trigger. And the referee said it was a coming together. So if it's a coming together, surely it's a penalty. And if it's a coming together, why is he booked him for diving? So it's a strange one. But listen, we've had our ups and downs with the referees and linesmen this year. So we didn't get that decision. I thought it was a penalty. It wasn't. If you get given the penalty and you score it, and you carry on playing the way you're playing, you probably go and win the game 2-3-0, but we didn't get given it, so we can't really moan about it.
And Maka came off around midway through that second half, looked to be clutching his hamstring. How was he faring up in early assessment?
Yeah, gutted for him because he was really good tonight, strong on the ball, can step in and play. He's an intelligent footballer. Defensively, he was solid as well. So it was a bad time to lose him. We're just about to make an attacking change, and we had to put Keezer out with right back into centre half and Domte to right back, which is not ideal when Domte is our only player who's in form with goals really. But he's the only one who could really go and play it right back. We don't know what it is yet. Like you say, looks like it's his back of his hamstring. We'll probably know more tomorrow or Thursday. So hopefully it's not too bad. But the way he was holding it, it looks quite bad. So let's see. Fingers crossed, it's not as bad as it looks.
And your side goes to Needham Market for Saturday's game later this week. A team that we've not seen much of because they got promoted last season. Have you had a chance to be able to look at them and get some reports on them and see how they play?
Yeah, I've watched them probably 4 or 5 times this year. Probably the position in the league doesn't actually reflect where they should be because they're actually quite a good team. I've watched them against teams we've been playing against and I've always been quite impressed. I think they've won tonight actually against Leamington away, which is not an easy feat. So we know it's going to be a difficult game, but listen, there's no easy games in this league. You know, people were saying to me before the game, you know, you should smash Warrington at home, but you know it doesn't work like that. They're a good team, they're a strong team, they're organised, disciplined, got some good players who have played higher and dropped down, some good experience, and I knew before the game it was going to be an hard game. We played well, the performance was okay. Yes, we need to be better in the final third. Yes, our decision making needs to be better. Yes, we need to shoot more, and the players know that. You know, we tell them before every single game. So just needs to click a little bit more. Hopefully it does soon, and we can start getting some wins under our belt.
Cheers, Jono.